When you investigate alleged fraud and courthouse injustice for a living, a guy like Ali Choudhri is the gift who keeps on giving. The controversial Houston real estate developer has faced claims in a number of courts that he's cheated folks, that he's more than just a bad landlord. After our last story, Choudhri's troubles mounted. He was accused of improperly pocketing a $2 million insurance payment after Hurricane Harvey hit this building at 50 Briar Hollow. Here's a gallery of building where Ali Choudhri is accused of real estate shenanigans too. The Beale Bank building and the legal fight over who owns this lucrative piece of real estate at the corner of Westheimer and 610, well, it's been going on for almost 10 years. Harris County Judge Darrell Moore of the 333rd District Court was on the bench for a lot of the legal fight, and his rulings, well, they weren't going in Choudhri's favor. But Judge Moore, he lost in the March primary, and that's where the plot really thickens.
Hello everyone, my name is Brittany Morris. I am the judge-elect of the 333rd Civil District Court right here in Harris County.
Brittany Morris was a 5-year lawyer who ran against Moore and beat him in the primary. She was unopposed in November. Wait till you see who bankrolled her campaign. Among her earliest contributors was Kimberly Ayers. Maybe you saw the baby registry back in 2017 for Miss Ayers, and guess who? Ali Choudhri. 8 days after Ayers' big donation, Houston attorney Lloyd Kelly pitched in $2,500 more. He's a lawyer for guess who? Ali Choudhri. You may remember that Kelly helped Choudhri in that high-profile divorce case that pitted Sharia law against Texas law. In March, attorney Pete Mai added another $3,000 to the Morris campaign for judge. You know where this is going. We saw both Kelly and Mai last spring representing Ali Choudhri in a lawsuit with a woman named Renee Davey. Certainly no fan of Mr. Choudhri.
He's absolutely the most unethical, shady, slimy dirtbag.
So Judge Morris would get an early test of her ethics, taking over this big legal case involving the Beale Bank building, involving Ali Choudhri. And boy, did she fail. You would think when your buddies bankroll a judge, it would be grounds for recusal in Texas. But it's not. It should be. White-collar criminal lawyer Carmen Rowe is a legal commentator for Fox 26. That's a red flag, isn't it?
No question. Unfortunately, it's all too common down at the courthouse, but it is, it has the appearance of impropriety without question.
The Beale building legal fight had been sent to arbitration by Judge Moore before he left the bench. But with Judge Morris now on the bench, Ali Choudhri suddenly wanted it all stopped. And this guy, he's likely one of the reasons why. Christopher Wyatt, Choudhri's former chief operating officer. He was about to be put under oath in the case. Ali Choudhri's coming after him, big time.
There's no question he is. I think that Mr. Choudhri is very concerned about the documents and the information that Mr. Wyatt has in his possession.
Choudhri even filed another lawsuit against Wyatt just to keep him from spilling the company beans. But the cat, it's out of the bag.
But as far as the documents go, they're all within my possession at this time.
Choudhri's only hope, Judge Morris. A stay of the arbitration would delay Wyatt's testimony. And before we tell you how she ruled, let's tell you why she shouldn't have been within a mile of this case. Check this out. The past relationship between the judge and Mr. Choudhri documented in court papers. It's interesting. Quoting, Judge Morris appeared at other hearings on other matters on behalf of Choudhri and/or entities owned and/or controlled by Choudhri. In fact, Morris was provided an office by Choudhri in his office complex, where she would work and assist him on legal matters from time to time.
She had an office right next door to Chris Wyatt's.
In Choudhri's building?
In Choudhri's building.
The bombs keep flying. These are text messages between Chris Wyatt and Brittany Morris sent in September of 2020 while he was still working for Choudhry, and apparently she was too. It's evidence Morris is working to help Choudhry find new lawyers. There's the judge's picture on the text on the phone screen, quoting, "Ali needs to run his company and make deals. Just let me know where I can be of assistance."
It's shocking to know that she was that involved in Choudhry's business, which is now before the court in litigation, that she would put herself in a position to rule on those cases.
Lawyers battling Choudhry in court filed a motion to force Judge Morris to recuse herself since she didn't voluntarily admit this obvious conflict. But she ignored them and ruled to give Choudhry exactly what he wanted. Maybe that was the plan all along. We gave Judge Morris a chance to explain this thing, but she didn't. Are you listening, Judicial Conduct Commission? 'Cause you should be. Maybe the judge was absent the day they taught ethical rules for judges. Quoting, "A judge should act at all times in a manner that promotes public confidence in the integrity and impartiality of the judiciary." Makes it smell real bad.
Oh, no question about that. And again, it's improper and arguably, unethical.
Federal investigators will likely be watching how this develops too, because Wyatt was one of Choudhry's top lieutenants, knows about all the bank deals. Maybe that's why Choudhry is doing his best to attack Wyatt's credibility. Enter community activist Quan LX into the fray. I'm serious. He's been Choudhry's PR guy. Wait till you hear his sworn testimony. Quoting, Wyatt then resigned and threatened that unless he was paid ransom money, that he would deliver an electronic drive containing confidential information regarding Jeddal's business. Wyatt's lawyer says the affidavit is nonsense. That's a pretty serious allegation, don't you think? And I gave Mr. X a chance to show us the proof, but he didn't. Instead, promising to go to war with me. There's one person who's given up the right to be on the battlefield, Judge Brittany Morris, who's proven why she has no business on the bench.